throwing the interception, Mayfield. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
It's second down.
To try again after the sack. Mayfield. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A 36-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mixon. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Tackle made at the 30.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Burrow able to find Sample. That's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards there, 1st down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Samson Abukum able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
This will be taken at the 10. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Now they try the right side here. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Taken in at the 11. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
2nd and 3 at the 33-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Buccaneers 3, Bengals nothing.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. That's complete to John Ross. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's Burrow. Yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
It's time to learn it. Mess around and put that thing up where you burn it. 6 figures every year, yeah, earn it.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. Complete to his tight end Sample. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. From midfield now, Burrow. He goes full extension, and he's got it. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
The ball carrier.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On second down, here's Burrow. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
First chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
The tackle made.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
Now Burrow loses the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. But it's going to be 2nd down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 3rd. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes the score Buccaneers 10, Bengals nothing. Joey Sly sets
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going, and so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around? A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he'll give it here to his running back. just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Play fake. Mayfield. Looking downfield for Godwin. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and it's 3rd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the gun, Mayfield. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 7 yards, the pickup there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Back at the 43-yard line.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
Nicholson. It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Tampa Bay.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Airing this one out for Evans. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the 2nd quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation...
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off near the 26. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. They'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now a handoff looking right. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
.38-yard line, 2nd and 11. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Buccaneers.
Working out of the gun. Mayfield eluding the pressure right. On the right side, this is Miller. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. The first down screen pass, good for 5. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Buccaneers 17, Bengals nothing. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going, and their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Burrow looking to pass. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. He finds his running back, Mixon. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Got a man. It's Ross, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, 51 yards. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now they try the right side here. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop it behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Going deep this time for Miller. It's caught inside the 25. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a game.
That pass was heavily defended on 3rd down, but you know what? He's one of the best in the league at body control, and he showed you why there.
So what that tells you is that the guy throwing the football understands his guys, doesn't he? Give them a chance, put it up there, and realize that even in a battle, they're more than likely to come down with the football.
I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right.
Well, they'll try the jet sweep here. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
And the Buccaneers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Second down and goal. Mayfield, left side here. That's complete to Godwin. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
Fly on for the field goal. A 25-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
Bengals.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps try to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now it's Burrow. This one hauled in by Sample. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he's going to have the hook up to Ross. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now Burrow on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Boyd. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
He was brought down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Michael Gallup there to make the grab. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown.
For the extra point.
Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
17-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, And by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here. And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here to have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
First down, Buccaneers.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. 1-possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts. Got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38.
By the Buccaneers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Incomplete. Intended for Chris Godwin. Brings up 2nd and 10.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, you know, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the Bucs, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.